Hola a todos, estamos aquí hoy para continuar conversando acerca del mes de la hispanidad. En unos minutos vamos a tener aquí compartiendo con nosotros a Natalie Bruner Robinson, que es nuestra directora de los programas de la comunidad, y ella nos va a estar hablando de algunos programas que en específico nosotros podemos utilizar para ayudar a las comunidades hispanas. And today we're here to speak about some of the programs that we have that serve the Hispanic community. Is joining us today Natalie Robinson. She is one of the community, she is our director for community programs, and she runs the programs that are related to wellness and cancer awareness, and she will be speaking about the services that we provide to Hispanic and how cancer it is affecting the Hispanic community. Hello everyone, and Natalie's here. We're just going to be waiting a few minutes until Natalie join us. Hi Natalie, how are you today?
Hi, Martha. How are you doing?
Good, good. So I was sharing with our audience our topic for today and what the important information that you will be sharing.
hmm
Would you mind letting our audience know what you do?
Sure. So, my name's Natalie Robinson Bruner. I am the Division Director of Community Programs. So that means I work with our youth, ages 5 and up, our economic empowerment programs, of course, our family health and wellness programs as it relates to the topic we'll be sort of covering today.
So, para nuestra audiencia que habla español, Natalie es la directora de la división de los programas de comunidad. Bajo su supervisión están programas para adolescentes, jóvenes, programas de bienestar familiar, programas de mejoramiento económico y programas acerca de el cáncer para las mujeres, especialmente el cáncer de mama. So Natalie, what healthcare resources does YWCA South Florida offer the Hispanic community in South Florida? Yo le pregunté a Natalie que qué recursos de cuidado de la salud le ofrece la YWCA South Florida a la comunidad hispana del sur de la Florida.
Sure. So, we sort of have a multiple approach. So, one, we provide, education and outreach. So we're in the community, making sure that people are aware of the resources that we have. And so we go out and meet with people. Two, we work with the actual education. And so we have workshops, classes that relate directly to breast cancer, and then around some of the preventative things as it relates to obesity, smoking, stress management, physical fitness, and then we provide direct support when it comes to screenings. So that's paying for it, arranging it, and helping people to move through the continuum of care. So those are the three things that we're involved in.
So, básicamente, Natalie provee dos tipos de servicios. Uno es la prevención, en lo que ella educan, tienen programas para educar a la comunidad acerca de la prevención del cáncer, incluyendo el sobrepeso, el manejo del estrés y todas esas cosas que pueden afectar a las mujeres, especialmente a las mujeres hispanas. Y la segunda parte de su programa es acerca de asegurarse de que las mujeres reciban el servicio de hacerse los mamogramas, el cáncer de la cervix y todos los otros servicios que necesitan para saber que estén bien. And how does YWCA South Florida Family Wellness Program work? ¿Cómo funciona el programa de bienestar familiar de la YWCA del sur de la Florida?
Right. So I think the first step is us connecting. And so that either happens out when we go out into the community or when someone reaches back out to us. And so they can simply either email us or call us if they want more information or some services that we provide. Junior, stop where you are.
So, primordialmente es conectarse, el programa de servicios de bienestar familiar es conectarse con las familias para poder después referirlos a los servicios que ellos necesitan. What local... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. There was you sort of we connect with one another. The next step is us, you know, getting you the education about breast cancer awareness and health. And then the next step is just helping you through the continuum of care. And so that's setting up an appointment for you, making sure you attend the appointment, getting the results back, connecting you to the next step if you need more testing or possibly treatment until you're cleared of having breast cancer. We work with you all the way to the end.
Ok, so quiero que la comunidad entienda. Número 1 es conectar. Número 2, prevenir los problemas del cáncer a través de educación. Y número 3, de parte de este programa, es la continuidad de los servicios. So, una vez que usted recibe su examen del cáncer, sea del seno o de la cervix, darle seguimiento a las personas para que puedan continuar sus tratamientos si es necesario. Thank you, Natalie. So what local healthcare partners does YWCA South Florida partner with? ¿Con qué entidades del sur de la Florida YWCA se asocia?
Right. So we have different partners that help us in different ways. So the ones that, you know, I love to mention are the ones that provide the direct screenings, because they're the ones that, you know, figure out whether or not someone needs the additional care or what's going on. And so that's, you know, our Med1 Medical Center, our Pinnacle Imaging Center, our Vital Imaging Center, where they provide mammograms, diagnostic as well as screening, clinical breast exams, our breast ultrasounds, and our spot compressions. And then it's our referral partners, where if we find something that needs, you know, deeper care or treatment, who we can refer you to if you need help paying for it or covering it or setting it up. And so that's our La Liga contra el Cancer. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm trying. And you know, our Baptist, as well as our Jackson Memorial, and a few other healthcare centers that help us to set up those mammograms for and treatments for those who need additional care. And then we also have our educational partners, like our FIU mammogram van that'll come out and provide additional resources that will go where people are. So they actually have a mobile mammogram sort of vehicle where wherever you are, they can take the van there and sort of provide a mammogram. So it removes that barrier of transportation for people.
So ella mencionó mucho de los partners o colaboradores que ella tiene que ayudan no solamente a que las personas puedan recibir sus chequeos gratuitamente, pero también si usted tiene alguna necesidad de continuar con tratamientos, encontrar otros que pueden ayudar a pagar por esos servicios. Algunos de esos son Baptist Hospital o Memorial Hospital, Med1 Medical Center, Pinnacle Imaging Center, Vital Imaging Center. Son algunos de los colaboradores que nosotros tenemos trabajando con ellos. And Natalie, does the Hispanic community need legal documentation to receive any services?
Right, and so, no, that's the easy answer. I know,
so pregunté que si necesitábamos tener documentos legales para poder recibir algún tipo de servicio.
Yeah, so we're here to serve everybody that needs our help. And so when it comes to status of documentation, we don't ask, and we're just here to serve everybody.
Okay. So Natalie confirma que no es necesario tener ninguna documentación legal ni ningún estatus legal para poder recibir los servicios. Así no se le está pidiendo su número de seguro social ni ningún tipo de información personal, solamente su nombre y qué es lo que necesita. En este trabajo, who are your best partners in working with the Hispanic community?
Right. So those are definitely you know, the La Liga Contra, they're very helpful in same thing. They don't ask for documentation, and some of our larger hospitals that don't ask for documentation, and those that provide you know, translation services. I think we don't sort of realize the barrier that it may exist by not having someone that is a native speaker to explain what is happening, what to expect, and the importance of getting those breast cancer screenings.
So, yo le pregunté a Natalie que quiénes eran los mejores colaboradores que ella tenía en darle estos servicios a la comunidad hispana. Ella menciona que la Liga contra el Cáncer, el gratuito, el Hospital Jackson, el Borinquen Healthcare Center, ninguno de ellos piden ningún tipo de documentación para poderles servir. Natalie, and why is it important for the Hispanic community to do regular cancer screenings? ¿Por qué es importante para la comunidad hispana hacer chequeos de cáncer?
So I think one of the things that, you know, we don't realize that, you know, in South Florida and on a national level that cancer is a primary cause of death among Hispanic residents here in South Florida. And so even more so than heart disease. And so, you know, we're always talking about, you know, heart disease is the #1 killer in America. Well, let's talk about what different groups experience. When we're talking about our Hispanic community, cancer is the top one. And so it's unbelievably important that we get our cancer screening. I'll let you finish that and I'll come back to more.
So, Natalie estaba hablando que el cáncer es la enfermedad #1 que afecta a los hispanos. Es la #1 que los mata. Entonces, a pesar de que nacionalmente en Estados Unidos se habla que las enfermedades del corazón son las que más personas mueren en el país, para los latinos no es así. Para los latinos es el cáncer. Entonces, por eso es que es tan importante que nos hagamos los chequeos a tiempo para que podamos pues, tener un tratamiento adecuado o lo podamos prevenir.
So I think it's often not talked about as much, and so the result is, you know, people aren't getting the screenings that they need. So you know, our focus is breast cancer, but for all the levels of breast cancer, when it comes into the Hispanic community, we don't, you know, throughout people call it, we don't talk about our health with one another. So it's one of those personal things that's secret to just us, where if we talked about it more as a family, we can understand what our family sort of experiences and how to help each other to be prepared and to be on alert for anything that might happen.
Okay. So, como sabemos, a veces para nosotros los hispanos es un poquito difícil hablar de la salud o hablar de condiciones como el cáncer. Entonces, este programa nos da la oportunidad a nosotros de poder aprender, de poder saber qué tenemos que estar buscando, qué cosas son importantes saber para poder prevenir el cáncer en los hispanos en Estados Unidos.
And then specifically to breast cancer. So I don't know if this is an upcoming question, but to highlight breast cancer specifically when it comes to the Hispanic community, you know, it's the leading cancer death for Hispanic women. And the way it impacts our Hispanic women is that, you know, usually when they find the cancer, it's a little further along. The tumors are a little bit larger. And it's one of those things where if you find it earlier, your treatment options are better, and the chance of overcoming it is higher.
Mm-hmm. So, Natalie quería específicamente hablarnos a nosotras las mujeres latinas acerca del cáncer del seno, porque el cáncer del seno es el que más afecta a la mujer latina. La mujer latina tiende a esperar y cuando encuentran el cáncer ya está un poco avanzado, el tumor es más grande, es más difícil de tratar. Entonces, queremos pasar este mensaje a todas las mujeres latinas acerca de los servicios que nosotros ofrecemos para que podamos asegurarnos que recibimos nuestros chequeos anualmente o cada 6 meses, dependiendo cómo lo determinen los doctores, para poder pues eliminar ese cáncer que está matando a muchas de nosotras.
And so, as you were talking, I was just something else popped into my mind that since about 2006, we've seen the incidences of breast cancer increasing in Hispanic women. And so it's a gradual increase, but it's still an increase at a time where we have, more advanced medical testing and treatments where we should be seeing a decrease across the board.
Uh-huh. So, a pesar de que nacionalmente hay mejores equipos para detectar el cáncer, mejores servicios, por alguna razón, la mujer latina, el cáncer del seno sigue incrementando desde el 2006, sigue cada vez más alto y más alto. Entonces, es la educación que hay que proveer y que darle a la mujer latina para que sepa las opciones que hay para que puedan irse a chequear y puedan prevenir este problema. So, what can the community do to help? ¿Qué puede hacer la comunidad para ayudar?
So I just want to first and foremost say early detection saves lives. So making sure that you get your annual screening if you are a woman or even a man, but specifically to our women. Mm-hmm. And two, that you encourage your family members to get screening. Mm-hmm. And so, we tell one of the stories that we've had where a client of ours, she was referred to us because her husband found a lump in her breast. And because he found the lump, we were able to get her the mammogram and into the treatment necessary. And so it's not just our own personal responsibility for ourselves, but our responsibility for our family members and the friends that we make sure that they get the screenings that they're supposed to as well. So that's the first one. I'll come back to the other one.
Okay. So, primero que nada, ¿qué podemos hacer para la comunidad para ayudar? Número 1, detección temprana. ¿Ok? Chequearse, hacerse los chequeos y pedirle a las familias de nosotros también a nuestra familia que por favor que también se hagan los chequeos a tiempo.
Okay, and so the second thing I would say is to support the efforts of making sure that our women get the screening necessary. And so you can, like I said again, educate people, but also you can put your money where your mouth is and provide donations towards making sure that people who can't afford to get their screenings can get their screenings, so that money is not a reason why someone's life is preserved. And so we can, as a community, pull together to provide the resources to make sure everyone gets the care that they need.
Okay. Natalie también menciona que es muy importante apoyar estos esfuerzos. Si usted puede donar algo, lo que sea, $5 o $10, lo que se pueda, para poder poner ese dinero para personas que no tienen los recursos para poder hacerse los chequeos anuales, es muy importante.
And so, of course, you can go onto the YWCA website to do that. Mm-hmm. So YWCA South Florida.org to provide a donation that impacts and provides funds directly to screening for women. And you can make sure that one woman a month gets her mammogram to make sure that her life, again, is protected against one of the number one diseases that the Hispanic community sort of experiences.
Mm-hmm. Ella dice que podemos utilizar, vaya por favor a la página de la YWCA South Florida, usted puede hacer su donación ahí, que va a ir directamente a ayudar por lo menos a una mujer una vez al mes a recibir sus chequeos anuales. Anything else? Yeah.
Get your mammograms. I was going to get your mammograms.
Una vez al año.
Yes.
Ayuda, mira a ver qué recursos hay en la comunidad para que pueda hacerse su chequeo anual, que es y tan importante. No queremos perder más mujeres tan valiosas como todas ustedes que están allá porque no pudieron recibir un chequeo anualmente. And with this being said, I want to also remind anyone to register for our free webinar, the Why Women Vote 2020. Mujeres latinas, por favor, acuérdense de votar en estas elecciones del 2020. Votar es una manera de tener representación y de que nos ayuden a que su voz sea escuchada y puedan a continuar a haber más servicios en la comunidad para tu salud, para la salud de tu familia, de tus hijos, etc. So, anything else that you want to share?
No, that's always my takeaway. Just get your mammograms. If you're over 40, it's time. Every year.
Yeah. All right. Ya sabemos, a los 40, momento de empezar. Gracias. Thank you, Natalie.
De nada.
Bye-bye.
Bye.